Grandpa Cacao, The Tale of Chocolate from Farm to Family. Grandpa Cacao, The Tale of Chocolate from Farm to Family, written and illustrated by Elizabeth Zunan. Chocolate is my most favorite thing ever. For my birthday, Daddy and I are making our family's special celebration cake while Mommy goes to pick up another treat. Every one of us loves this cake, even my little brother Denny, who is the pickiest of picky eaters. Chocolate is a gift from your Grandpa Cacao, Daddy says. We can only enjoy chocolate treats thanks to farmers like him. I've never met Grandpa Cacao, but I've heard his voice on the phone. I can almost picture him, a mystery from Africa, a place I've never been. Tell me again about Grandpa Cacao, I ask. Are you like him? Am I? We're from a land called the Ivory Coast, Daddy says, where I grew up watching big, graceful elephants roam. It's where the air breathes hot and damp, thick with stories and music and the languages of people from tiny villages and big cities. Grandpa Cacao's farm was the pride of his life. The air, the rain, and the soil must be just right for growing cacao. Daddy holds a sieve over the mixing bowl, and I pour in the flour. Grandpa Cacao carried heavy loads through the bush, back and forth to his fields on wide, calloused feet. That must be where I get my white boat feet, I say as I add the baking powder. Your grandpa spotted the ripe fruits ready to be picked from the forest canopy and cut them right off the trunks quickly and precisely. Just like the way I can spot the end of summer from the tinges of orange on the tips of treetops. He sliced through the skins of the pods without cutting into any of the sticky white beans inside. I carefully sprinkled in the salt. Grandpa Cacao could hold 2 or 3 whole fruits in one of his rough hands, like a giant. Did you ever help? I ask. Everybody in the village worked together, says Daddy, as he melts the chocolate and butter. When I turned 7, Grandma let me help gather and scoop out the cacao pods, but only if my schoolwork and chores were done. Grandpa Cacao and the other villagers scooped out millions of cacao beans and put them into big pits in the ground, lined with banana leaves. They stirred the cacao beans every few days until they changed from white to light brown. Then Grandpa Cacao and the other strong men hoisted the beans out of the pits and onto a cement floor under the sun to dry. Warm whiffs of chocolate wafted through the air. They lugged the beans inside every single night so they wouldn't rot in the morning dew, says Daddy. If the tropical storm clouds rolled in, we all rushed to cover up the drying beans so that the mighty rains wouldn't drench them. I bet I could smell the rain a mile away, the way I can smell a cold day. When the skins of the dried beans made a crack, crack, cracking sound between your fingers, they were ready to sell, says Daddy. Did they taste like chocolate? I ask. My stomach is grumbling. I wonder what Mommy is bringing home. They tasted bitter, but always left a sweetness on the tongue. He adds the sugar to our cake. Crack, crack, crack. I break 1, 2, 3 eggs into the bowl, but don't let any of the shells fall in. Daddy mixes as I pour in the milk. Once I got older, says Daddy, I helped your Grandpa Cacao bag up the beans to sell to the cacao buyers. If the roads weren't flooded from the rains, they came to our village in trucks with their big scales and bundles of money to buy our beans. Then they sent them off for chocolate making. Once we sold our cacao beans, we dashed off to the Friday market. It buzzed with every farmer in town, eager to spend his hard earned money. Daddy smiles as he remembers. We used our money to buy food, school supplies, uniforms, books, and fabric to have our special occasion clothes made. Your Grandpa Cacao and I always visited Grandma's fruit stall in the market with a surprise. I take over the mixing while Daddy greases the cake pan, and I'm wondering if it's the new party dress that Mommy's going to get me. You know, you're a lot like your Grandpa Cacao. This makes us both smile. The batter smells more and more chocolatey. I'm getting so hungry. I wonder if Mommy's gone to pick up that puppy I've been wishing for. Grandpa Cacao didn't eat anything chocolate himself, says Daddy, because it was fancy and expensive treat. But the kids couldn't resist sneaking a taste of the pulp from the cacao fruits and the candy sweet drink we made from it. Daddy dips his finger into the bowl and has a taste. Mmm, candy sweet. He hands me the wooden spoon and I start to mix again, but my arms get tired. I help licking the spoon. Almost done, says Daddy as he pours the thick, gooey batter into the greased pan like a chocolate waterfall. I scrape the last of it in and think about Grandpa Cacao and all that he did to help make this cake. Daddy pops the pan into the oven and we wait. The batter rises and slowly bakes. I can smell the chocolatiness oozing out of the oven. I can't wait to taste it. As I wipe the counters, the doorbell rings and the oven timer goes off. My cake is baked. Mommy's home. Get the forks, I yell. I run to the front door. Mommy walks in with a hunched over man I've never seen. Happy birthday, he says to me with an accent that sounds like Daddy's. In that voice I I've heard on the phone. He's an old man, the same color as me. He's got small ears and Daddy's smile, and he looks at me like he's known me forever. He pulls me into a strong hug, then offers me a big oval fruit that's yellowish orange. I can feel how rough his hands are as I take it from him. I need both hands to hold the fruit. Your birthday present, he says. I recognize the twinkling in his eyes. I know he is my Grandpa Cacao, the best birthday present ever in the world. The end.